Hello and welcome to this review. It's a beta review where I'm going to review our 3 years with the Mustang Mach-E from 2021 in September. So we've had the car now for 3 years and this is the review before it goes back to the lease company. Welcome. So where do we start? We start with the ownership of the vehicle. It's been a great car for our family and we have really enjoyed having the vehicle. So everything, as you can see, we named it Midnight Pony because of the color. We always name our cars and this was called Midnight Pony. So we've enjoyed the ownership of this vehicle. In the 3 years, we have never had any problems whatsoever. So we've had the first set of tires changed in April. So it had almost done 3 years with the tires. The vehicle's got 30,000 on the clock. So we've done almost 28,000 with the original tires on the vehicle. So I've got myself some papers on the list so that I can go through the things that we've enjoyed with the vehicle, so we don't forget anything and do justice to anyone that is looking at the Mach-E as a subsequent EV to have. For us, we've had it for 3 years. The deterioration of the battery, we haven't seen it in terms of the numbers, so we charge as usual and everything appears to be still the same, so we haven't had any issues. If it has, then it's a few percentage that has been lost. The side view of the vehicle, and as you can see, there's only a small door dent on the passenger side there. That's what we've managed to do on it. And also we have these that we don't know how they appeared. But apart from that, it's been good and we haven't really done much on it. So the nice sign there that says Mustang, and it has also a horsey that turns up at night on there, and this is the dent that I'm talking about, almost a trolley dent on there. It was done by our neighbor. Then coming to the rear of the vehicle, this is it. All good, really been a good workhorse for our family and we've got no complaints of the vehicle. This is the side view where the charging port is. Here is the charging port. So you've seen most of these reviews, but the most important thing is the ownership that we've had in the 3 years, and I am going to go through the things that we've enjoyed and the things that were a bit challenging for us. So let me get my paperwork and get going. Right, this is an R&D thing that they have, and I think research and development, they must have had a bit of feedback on that. We've owned the car for 3 years. We have never used the pin codes. We've never set up the pin codes. We've never had any issues with that. The doors themselves, where you press the door, no issues whatsoever. No wear and tear on the door buttons. All 4 of them still look the same, although as you can see there's a bit of the glass that is becoming a bit cracked on it. So the mechanism, again, quite good mechanism. When it presses like that, you can't press it back, so you are always safe, especially the kids at the back here. They won't have any issues. They won't squeeze their fingers in there. So until you move it like that, then it now knows you've opened the door, then you can close it. So same on all 4 doors. So you press the button, it comes out like that. You can't push it back, and you can just open it and you hear that sound for the motor. So inside here we go. It says the key battery low replacement. So inside the vehicle, everything has been fine. This is a standard model, so we don't have any sunroof on this one, which is an extra. But apart from that, everything else, the car as standard, it came with almost everything that you may need. We've got everything in the car. As I said, it's got 30,771 miles. Our contract, I think, was 27,000 miles in 3 years, so 9,000 each year. We've gone over by 3,000, almost 3,800 on there. So we have to pay, I believe it's 5p or 7p per extra mileage. So it is what it is at the end of the day. I think we've done well. If it wasn't for COVID, when people were working from home, we would have done more than that. So I think in our next vehicles, we need to make sure that we know that the school run is longer, and the children's extra activities do need to be catered for as well. Everything else works fine. So I'll start the feedback with the bad challenging things that we've found. The turning circle for this vehicle is not good. The turning circle for the size of the vehicle is not great. So it turns, but not very well. So for a slightly bigger car, you kind of have to find a very big parking space for you to go in, and you also need 2 movements really for you to go in. So the turning circle is not good on the vehicle. The next item that I want to pick on the not so good bits is, I'm sure the engineers will watch these videos and be aware of this. The parcel shelf, or whatever they call this. This is poor quality for a car which at the time was worth 41,000 when we got it. So that is very poor quality, and most people are complaining about this. So as you can see, this bit needs to hang on to that bit there, and this side, that bit broke. So it normally has to be like that, and it hangs there like so, one side and the other, and that is poor quality for a 41,000 car. So really, it's one of the things that Ford need to have a look at and maybe design a better parcel shelf, if ever it's a parcel shelf. Then the other thing is the boot is big enough, so we used it very well. When we go into the airport, we can fit some bags there. The 12-volt socket there, in the 3 years we've never used it. So if you are looking for a car and you expect to be using that, we never did. The next bit we'll talk about is the key. The key for a premium car at the time when we had it as a Ford Mustang, the key is not good enough for a premium car. There is the key. It's just a mere Ford key, and for what you've paid for the car, you expect a better key and a better setup. Yes, they've got the pin code there, which we've never used as well, but the key, surely they could have done better with the key. The new Explorer, which is built on the VW group base, has got a Cupra or a VW key, so which is much better as a key. So yes, remember, as I said, this car is a standard car, so we don't have a button to press on there. That's the other thing that is missing from a premium car. And the camera is there, which is good quality. It's up here, it doesn't get really mucky during winter, so you can still continue to see, and it's very, very clear. Now, on the things that we like about the car is very, very roomy. Very, very roomy for a family of 4. It's got a USB-C and a USB-A on there, and for a 71 plate car they were already on the USB-C, and also it has cup holders for your little ones. They can have cup holders there and put their cups and have plenty of room. That's my sitting position, and as you can see, there is plenty of room for the little ones to sit. The next bit about the car that we love is the tech. The tech in the car is brilliant. As I was mentioning, you know, we have cruise control, limiter on the vehicle, keyless entry we have on this one. We've got everything. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as standard. The subwoofer, the sound in this vehicle is very, very good. So the tech for the car, you know, there is no need to go away from the standard Mach-E, because it has everything you need. We also have, on top of the 2 USB-A and C at the back, we also have the USB-C and A as well on there, which is connected to the car. You can put music on there as well. So the tech in it is very, very, very good. Where, as I was saying, the limiter, the cruise control, when you are driving, you just press that, it will go straight to cruise. For a limiter, it will limit using, there's a camera up here, it will read the signs, and the limiter will change depending on what speed you are doing. So if you go to an area that you are not familiar with, it does help you that you just press the limiter. It will keep you on the limit every time. You do still have to check as well that the limiter is what it says, so you don't drive blind or anything like that. So it's been very, very good with the tech. The next point I have is the Mustang name itself. For Ford, they played a blinder really, calling it a Mustang Mach-E, because Mustangs are normally the V6, the V8s, you know, the ones, the roaring Ford noises. But for this one, because it's electric, it's unique. You know, a Mustang Mach-E, the name itself was a genius way of calling the vehicle. So that was one of the unique things about the car. And the next bit I will point out is the range. As it is now, I hope it's showing 198 miles with 83% charge, which the range itself, it has been brilliant for us. We've never had any issues whatsoever. And before anything, the tech itself here, it's easy to navigate. Android Apple there, you just press and you're fine. The charging button is there. So for the vehicle, you can go there. It will give you everything about the vehicle. It is active. We used to drive it in Whisper all the time. Untamed is the sport version of it. Auto hold and traction control bits, software, over-the-air updates as well. They come in. The vehicle general is there. You can see everything about the vehicle. Vehicle there, where we can try and change the history there. We can say, like, let's press and hold. It will change the mileage. Now it's showing 219 miles on 83%. So before you set off to a journey, you can reset that, and you know, it will follow your gasometer is about how you are driving style and all that. And most of the time we are in cruise. This is the door. We will have a look at this. I'll do a video whilst I do this and test it and see if it actually works. You know, the other tech that I was talking about is this one here, the headlights. The headlights on this car are always set on auto there, and at night, whenever you come across other vehicles, the high beam will lower, and after you've passed another car, it will slightly and smoothly go up as well and show you everything. So the headlights are absolutely brilliant. The tech in it, you don't have to do anything. All you do is set it on auto and you just drive, and the lights will just come up nicely, wide angle, and it will show you everywhere you are going. And when there's a car coming, it will dip a tiny bit, and when that car is passed, you don't have to do anything. So the welcome light as well, you can set them there and delay them how long you want them to be on for. The wipers to change them to auto, and you know, everything about the vehicle is here. The software, when they will have any software, it will look for you and it will tell you in the morning, I've got software there. I can press update now and it will update everything. You know, you've got Amazon Alexa on here, you there straight away, so cancel that. So every single thing, I'll close that. I'll come back to it later after the video. The sound, you know, how you want to balance it, you know, you can move this if you want the sound to be ahead and to be at the front passengers, or to be in the middle where everyone can hear the music in the best possible way. Phones, you can set up phones. You can have more than one phone connected at one point. One will be on Apple CarPlay and the other one will be on Bluetooth, so you can have that on there. You can have a sound to make, when you're pressing the accelerator, you can open the boot there. Valet mode I've never used. So the car itself, brilliant. So that's all I have for this vehicle. And you know, if you are thinking of getting a Mustang Mach-E, I would definitely recommend it, and it's been an amazing car for us as a family. Nice lights as well there, you know. So yeah, absolutely brilliant car. We've never had any issues, and one that I will definitely miss. And also, let me show you the front. The front, let me turn the car off. To open the front, you have to open the front using the passenger side, which is, and it clearly marked twice, press twice. So you pull it twice, once and twice like that, and then it opens, and we'll show you the front. I've used the front. There is the front. There's a light as well for you there if you want to see it at night. We've had the charging cables in here, and also the triangle bits for the from the leasing company if broken down. We haven't had any issues. We haven't broken down or anything like that. So the only thing you can see here is the washer for the wipers, and that's it really. We don't tend to open the front unless you are charging without cables. So yeah, the vehicle itself, it has been great. Really recommended. And the only recall we had was one recall from the early days when electric cars had come out. We had one recall that Ford sorted out without any issues. I've just seen another scratch there as well. I didn't know about that. So there's a few trolley or door dinks around it, but apart from that, it's been well looked after, and hope the next owner will enjoy, you know, this vehicle. Anyway, thank you for watching, and now we will review the Tesla Model Y that we received last week. Hopefully it will be an amazing car, as this one has been. So far we are finding it a bit difficult in terms of using the screen as the only, you know, place to open different things, and, you know, no manual handles around it. So this one is winning on that front, and we are going to miss this car because this was one of our very first electric cars that we've had. Yes, we did have a Corsa E briefly before this one arrived, but this has been an amazing car for us. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to the channel to see more reviews about EVs and heat pump as we go into winter. There is the heat pump there. We will be talking more on the heat pump and how we are getting on. So far, again, so far so good. Never had any issues yet, so all is good. Do subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you on the next video. Bye.